Hey everyone, this is Luke again, and welcome back to yet another Ninjago video onto the channel today. Now, honestly, I have an issue with Ninjago right now. I have an issue. Well, I have a multitude of issues, but I'm talking about one that haven't talked about yet. And that is the overuse of sacrifice scenes. I believe these scenes are being overused to the point where it's almost flat out insulting to the original sacrifices of the show. Now, the word sacrifice has multiple meanings. So technically, a sacrifice scene could basically mean anything. Like you could consider Kai's true potential a sacrifice scene because he had to sacrifice being the Green Ninja to save the Green Ninja. But in this case, we're going to talk about sacrifice as in giving your life, or, oh my god, your life's in danger, don't do it. That's basically the sacrifice we're talking about. So, obviously, with that in mind, the first one, obviously, is Zane's. That's honestly the most memorable right now, or at least one of them right now. And, Zane's sacrifice obviously hit a lot of us really hard, and a big reason to why it worked, in my opinion, is because it was the first one. It was something Ninjago had never done up until that point. Then we had Nia's sacrifice, her first one, technically, in season 6, if you want to call it a sacrifice, but I'll count it anyway. In season 6, where she dies for being hit in the crossfire from the tiger weather. That one also worked because, again, it was something fairly new at the time. It was only seen once before that. But then I feel like starting from after that, it started to become less and less, less emotional, you know what I mean? I don't know how, yeah, then there was, I don't know, oh yeah, I forgot there was Garmadons. I forgot about Garmadons. I deserve those face palms. I deserve that. So yeah, Garmadons, of course, in season 4, and his eventual death in season 5. I completely forgot about that. I'm so angry at myself for forgetting that for a second. So yeah, that one was another good one because, again, up to that point, it was only been done once, whereas Nia's was kind of twice, I should say. So twice, I should say. But then after that point, it started to become overused. I mean, season 8, I guess you could count with Lloyd getting beat up and pretending to die. There was also Zane in a very similar way with Mr. E, I guess, where he was nearly killed, and they had to play the frickin' Zane death soundtrack. It's like, and that's another big problem. Whenever there's a sacrifice, they have to use some emotional ass track, even though we know they're most likely going to end up okay. Essentially. Sorry, I thought I heard something, but anyways, then we have I guess I don't think there was a sacrifice for a while until season 10 with the Lloyd fake out death. Well, oh yeah, then there was Cole. Cole's was kind of like the start of the overuse of the sacrifice. It worked at first, but then because it had a very anticlimactic conclusion, that's where it just said nope. And it was even worse as literally in that same episode, Lloyd has a fake out death, which I still don't understand why they chose to keep him around. Like, that was the perfect time to kill him off. Like, his story was done at that point. There's nothing needed to be done at that point, essentially. And then season 11, they had two cheesy sacrifices. One with Zane in season 11 and it was bad. And then there was Pixel's cheesy sacrifice, and they also played the Zane Death soundtrack for that one. It's like, that's just disrespectful to that soundtrack. It's really just disrespecting the soundtrack at this point. And then with season 12, it made sense because it was a video game. It made sense, so I'm gonna not count those. But I will say the one where, where Jay, mourns Nia, it was a little over dramatic because it's just a video game. Then in season 13, I don't think there was a sacrifice. I don't think there was. And then the island, there wasn't another. And then obviously we have Seabound with Nia's sacrifice, which a lot of people think is better than Zane's, which you do you, but I have to disagree. Especially since we don't know the full ramifications of said sacrifice. We don't know the full effects of it. Because a sacrifice could be built good, but it can have very anticlimactic results like Cole or Lloyd's in season 10. That's what I'm worried that will happen with hers. They're just going to give an anticlimactic conclusion with it. Which I might actually make a video talking about what I hope to happen in 2022, honestly. But that's for another time. Anyways, then yeah, no, that's it. It seems. Oh yeah, I also forgot. Legit earlier in Seabound, there's a fake out Jay sacrifice with something about the batteries, and he has to conduct the batteries or something. And if he tries to do it, he could possibly die or something like that. It's like, why? Why? It's not emotional at all. Like, I knew he was gonna come back. It's like, why would they choose to kill him off right then and there? It makes no sense. So, honestly, Ninjago needs to stop doing it for cheap emotion. It just feels like cheap emotion at this point. It's very hard to pull a sacrifice off and actually make it feel genuine. That's why I like Nia's in Seabound so much. It felt genuine. There was genuine emotion behind it. And that's why I like some of the more older sacrifices in there, because they put more effort into making it look legitimate and made it more emotional than all these small petty ones like Cole's or Lloyd's or Jay's, which there's basically no emotion, and they end up having an anticlimactic result. So Ninjago needs to stop doing that, because I feel like it's eventually just going to make people more mad than anything else. But what do you guys think? Do you think Ninjago is being over-reliant on sacrifice scenes? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye-bye!